A very good evening fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
First announcement is from our VPM, Toastmaster Apoorva. Over to you.
Good evening fellow Toastmasters. The renewal for the term of April to September 2025 is now open. I would like to inform you that there is a hike on the fees of the membership renewal fees due to the new government rule which is charging a 18% GST. The hike, before the hike, it was the semi-annual membership fees was $60 for 6 months, which is now $70.8, which when converted is around 6,400 rupees for 6 months. And I would also like to notify that there has been a slight increase towards the club expenses amount, which was 480 rupees for 6 months, is now 540 rupees for 6 months. So overall the renewal fees for 6 months would be rupees 6,960, which will come up to 1,160 per month. I will be posting about the renewal amount and other details on the WhatsApp group. Please renew at the earliest to enjoy being a member of Mekon Communication Club. Thank you, and over to the rest.
I think there is some system corrections that needs to be applied. I have the newsletter, previous terms, last newsletter is still not uploaded. Maybe the hand holding from the previous person to the next person is required. We are already into 1/3 of the term is over. That hand holding needs to be done so that the system works. So the newsletter is something that is to be uploaded. And I feel, is it sorted out? Last time one member asked about some glitch in uploading his this thing, level certification.
Yes, that
If
is.
it is sorted, then it has to be minuted. I think the secretary has missed minuting in the minutes of the meeting. So that has to be minuted, or instead of revising it this time, your statement that it is sorted out may have to be recorded with respect to the one that was raised in the previous meeting. So that anything that is raised in the business meeting has to be recorded. Okay? Please keep that in the mind.
So regarding that point, whatever the glitch was happening has been sorted, and Toastmaster Vijay Upendra's level completion certificate has been given. So, and the next announcement is from our VP. Over to you, Sakshi.
Thank you, Pavani.
You can be seated.
So for the upcoming meeting, we have a speech slot booked by Bhadraj, and apart from that, all the other roles are open. And if anybody wishes to pick up a role, please feel free to contact me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhushree. That's all from the business session. The Sergeant can take over.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests.
Good evening.
What if? This is a question I keep asking myself every time and again. What if I had told this girl that I liked her in 6th standard? What if I took up running earlier than I did? What if I studied hard for my CET exams? But I'm not complaining, life has been great so far. And also what I'd like to say is, what if sometimes has a negative connotation. You tend to think of the past and imagine what could have been better. But something I'd like to say is, what if is also a question that helps us strive forward and also enables growth and betterment. This is what I asked myself last year when I thought of coming to Toastmasters. What if? What if I embarrass myself? But then I also thought, what if I could grow? And here I am because of that. What if helps us to move forward? And some of the biggest inventions in life, maybe the thought of flying. Someone asked, what if we could fly? And voila, we have the airplane. Someone thought, what if we could get connected with others across the world? And now we have the internet. So some of the biggest questions in life and some of the biggest answers always start with what if. Now, speaking of what if and growth, this is a person who asked the question what if, and today she's the president of the club. So she's a BCom graduate, currently pursuing her MBA from Christ University. She likes dancing, doing mandala art, and she also likes reading in her free time. So please give it up for the president of the club, Toastmaster Pavani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan, for that wonderful introduction. Once again, a very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good evening.
So we have one guest with us who have joined us today. So I would like you to please stand up from wherever you are. Introduce about yourself in one or two lines and how you got to know about our club.
Yeah, thank you, Pavani. So, hello everyone, I'm Prajwati. I live very close and I've always wanted to be a part of Toastmasters. I was part of a certain club several years ago for a very short while. And ever since then, I've always thought that, yeah, this is something that I really need to get back to. And somehow things came together, and about last week, I just decided, okay, let me browse and see which is the closest club. I found Mekon, right? That's how you say it.
Yes.
Okay. So Mekon, and here I am today.
Thank you. Thank you and welcome to our club. So now I request our Secretary Toastmaster Shreya to read out the minutes of meeting of two previous meetings. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Here are the minutes of meeting number 1305 held on the 17th of February 2025. Theme was the final frontier. The word of the week was ineffable. The business session started at 6:27 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Pavani. In the business session, the following points were addressed. The Vice President Education Toastmaster Sindhushree reiterated that the speech contest shall be held on the 24th of February 2025. Eligible members were requested to participate if interested. She also mentioned that all roles are open for the next regular meeting to be held on 3rd of March, and interested members were requested to contact her for the same. The regular meeting started at 6:28 p.m. Acting Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sai Snehal started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over charge to President Toastmaster Pavani. President Toastmaster Pavani opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Rachana. The Master of Ceremonies spoke on theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Sachin, Accountant Toastmaster Vaibhav, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Sakshi and Grammarian DTM Udanka. An education session titled Toastmasters Beyond Public Speaking was conducted by Toastmaster Rudra Kumar. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Shubha and it had 10 speakers in total. The general evaluation session was conducted by DTM MU Bhat. The winners of the week were Best Speaker Toastmaster Shreya, Best Evaluator Toastmaster Apoorva, Best Table Topic Speaker Toastmaster Raja, Best Role Taker MTG Toastmaster Rachana, Best Role Taker TAPG DTM Udanka. The President closed the meeting at 8:37 p.m. which was followed by the National Anthem. And the minutes of meeting for meeting number 1306 held on the 24th of February 2025. The club contest started at 6:25 p.m. with Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sakshi welcoming the members and handing the charge to the contest chair Toastmaster Sai Snehal. The following were the role takers for the contest. Chief Judge DTM Udanka, Contest Chair Toastmaster Sai Snehal, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sakshi and Toastmaster Jia, Timer 1 Toastmaster Gajendra, Timer 2 Toastmaster Sachin, Tally Counter 1 Toastmaster Rachana, Tally Counter 2 Toastmaster Shubha and the Contest Master Toastmaster Saketh. The Contest Chair Toastmaster Sai Snehal declared the club contest open. The International Speech Contest was conducted by Contest Master Toastmaster Saketh and it had the following contestants: Toastmaster Chetan, Toastmaster Apoorva, Toastmaster Balaji AS, Toastmaster Raja and Toastmaster Jyothi. Contest Master Toastmaster Saketh handed over the charge back to Contest Chair Toastmaster Sai Snehal, who announced that the area contest would tentatively be held on the 15th of March 2025 with the venue to be confirmed by the area director later. The contest chair and contest master handed over participation certificates to the respective contestants. The contest chair then handed over certificates to the role takers of the meeting. Contest chair along with the chief judge then announced the winners of the international speech contest as first place Toastmaster Raja, second place Toastmaster Balaji and third place Toastmaster Jyothi. The contest then called upon Toastmaster Bhavna to deliver the vote of thanks and then handed over charge to President Toastmaster Pavani. The President closed the contest at 7:46 p.m. followed by the national anthem. Thank you and back to the President. Thank you, Toastmaster Shreya. Are there any amendments for the minutes of meeting? If not, I shall consider it as accepted and open meeting number 1003.7. How many of you love math? Can I have raise of hands? Okay. How many of you scored well in math? Alright, thank you. The 12-year-old me hated one thing more than anything else in this world, the subject math. Not just the subject, but also the math teacher. It all started when I failed a small class test, and that time I got criticized from my teacher, and the next moment I started fearing even entering the class after that. She would target me for every single thing, and for every chance she got, she would just target me. And I became convinced that, okay, now she hates me the most. At home, I cried, I ranted, and I told my parents and I declared I hate math. But math was not just the only problem. The problem was I was being targeted. Then one day, she did something that hurt me the most. Even though I had passed my midterm examinations, she put me to special classes. Special classes. The word itself had so much complications. It meant you're weak, you're not good enough, and you're incapable. I pleaded with her, Mom, please, I have passed my midterm exams, right? I don't need to do this. But her answer was, no excuses, you have to attend the class. Week after week, I sat in that class feeling humiliated. My friends who passed by every time during that special class, they pitied me, whispered in their ears, poor Pavani, she has to stay back now. How sad. She must be really bad at math. And that moment I hated the most. But then something changed. I thought enough is enough. I have to do something for this, and I need to prove her wrong. She is making me to sit in those special classes just because I got less marks, right? Let me show her. So I did. I studied hard. I pushed myself. And then the final exam results came out. Even though I did not willingly learn the subject, somehow I managed to score brilliant. Then something very unexpected happened. My teacher called me in front of everyone in the class and she told me to stand beside her and she said, I always knew that Pavani had the potential in her. That's why I wanted her to attend a special class. I wanted her to know that she could do well in her exams. I stood there looking at her, feeling stunned. All this time, the only thought that I had in my mind was she enjoyed seeing me struggle and I had always treated her as an enemy. And I always thought she was always against me. But what if she had not done this? What if she had not put me into those special classes? What if my friends had not humiliated me? I wouldn't have been where I am, and I would have just been a mediocre student in the class. I would not have pushed myself as well. Fellow Toastmasters, if you find someone putting too much pressure on you, just ask one question, what if? Because sometimes the hardest lessons lead to greatest growth. And if there is one role that truly tests your resilience every single day, it's the role of a mother. Today we have a dedicated mother with us. She is a BCom and interior design graduate. She has a passion for sports like badminton, basketball and table tennis. She is a true foodie and also a true fitness enthusiast. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Apoorva, with a resounding round of applause.
What if Earth, our planet, was a triangle? What if there was no gravity? What if I could fly? What if I met an alien tomorrow? What if I won the lottery? Wow, that would be great. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Good evening. When someone asks you, what if we get creative? Our imagination goes to the wildest extent. We start thinking out of the box. But my doubt is, do we apply this question, what if, on a daily basis? Do we question ourselves on a daily basis, what if? And this was my observation. The very last week, we had the international speech contest. Right before the contest, since I was participating, I got cold feet. And my brain started thinking, what if I forget? What if I go blank? What if I faint? And just few days back, in my yoga class, my sir asked us to do Shirsasana, which means headstand. And my brain again goes, what if I fall? What if I sprain my neck? What if I hurt my hand? And thousands of other things. After so much of observation, I realized that on a daily basis, when my mind is asking what if, I am only thinking negative. I don't know if it is only with me or others, but I realized instead of going positive, I was only thinking negative on a daily basis. That's when I thought it's time to train my mind. Questioning scenarios in life is good, but maybe we should also look at the positive outlook. We should start training our mind to think positive in all kinds of situations so that life would be simpler and also easier. In the year 1924, someone named Ralph C. Spedley thought, what if there was a platform that would help people improve their communication, leadership skills and public speaking skills. And so he started Toastmasters International at Santa Ana, California. Today, Toastmasters International is a global network with over 270,000 plus members across 150 countries with over 14,000 membership clubs. And one such club is Mekong Communication Club, where the charter members thought, what if we start the 4th Toastmaster Club in our country, India, and started Mekong Communication Club in the year 1998. For the benefit of the guest, a typical Toastmaster meeting has 3 parts. First comes the prepared speech session, where the speaker prepares well in advance based on the project guidelines and gives speeches that is evaluated later during the meeting. Next is the table topic session. Here the speakers are chosen at random and are given topics on the spot to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Finally is the general evaluation, where the entire proceedings of the meeting are evaluated. To ensure the smooth proceedings of the meeting, we have the TAPG role takers. Please introduce yourself as and when I call you out. What if we didn't have a timer? Our Toastmaster meeting would never end on time. Thankfully, we have Toastmaster Sudeep today, who's going to be the timer.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Time is precious. Time is the scarcest resource. Time can whiz by and time can also stand still. We might have a lot of time in our hands and we might be left with none of it. Today, as my role as a timer, I shall be helping the speakers to keep track of this precious resource. I have 3 flags with me, which I shall be raising at various checkpoints during the speech. Green is when you have approached the minimum allotted time. Yellow is when you're approaching the maximum allotted time, and red is when you're approached the maximum allotted time. For the prepared speech, the timings go 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. For the evaluation of the prepared speech, the timing goes 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, and 3 minutes. And for the table topic speakers, the time goes 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds, and 2 minutes. I shall be giving my report towards the end of the session. Thank you.
What if we didn't have a grammarian? We wouldn't know what are the good usages and what are the bad usages. And so we have Toastmaster Jyothi, who is the grammarian for the day.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, my role is to make notes of the good usages and not so good usages. The word of the week is invigorating, which means making someone feel energetic or refreshed, giving strength or energy. In a sentence, we can use it as attending the club meeting on Mondays is invigorating, and I shall give my report at the general evaluation session. Thank you.
What if we didn't have an R counter? We wouldn't have any track of our crutch words or the repetitive words we are using. And so we have the R counter for the day, Toastmaster Shreya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. To answer Apoorva's question, the first time I took our counter, if I wasn't there, then you wouldn't have found out that everyone had like 20, 30 hours and But this time I'll go easy on everybody. So basically, as our counter, my job is to keep track of all the repeated words, crutch words, filler words, and sounds like and other sounds that you might make when you speak. I'll count all of these and give my report towards the end of the meeting. Thank you and back times.
What if we didn't have any rules or regulations? There wouldn't be any order, right? And so, to ensure order, we have the Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Chetan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Toddlers learn a lot, but they learn through limits. When we place these limits, they go ahead and explore everything within those boundaries. And I urge each of us to use our invigorating energy to explore all of these boundaries. But we have 3 rules so that we stick to the boundaries. First one, no talking about sex, politics and religion. The second one, no crosstalk during the meeting. And third, when you want to leave the room, please do so during an applause. Thank you, and back to our MC.
Ever wondered what if we never had the prepared speech session? Hopefully that's not the case, because prepared speech session plays a vital role in every Toastmaster's journey in shaping us to be a better public speaker and a better communicator. So let's quickly jump into the first session of the evening, the prepared speech session. Before I call upon the first speaker of the evening, I shall invite his individual evaluator, Toastmaster Sakshi, to read out the project guidelines.
The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic methods of writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. The first speaker of the day is currently pursuing his PGDM at St. Joseph's Institute of Management. He has completed his undergraduation from Dayanand Sagar University. He has played chess in district and state level previously. With the speech title, Calculated Risks where Strategy Means Success, please give it up for Toastmaster Sachin. Calculated Risks where Strategy Means Success, Toastmaster Sachin.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about calculated risks when strategy meets success. When I was at school, chess was just not a game for me. It was my passion. I used to practice chess every single day. I used to analyze games, study my opponents, study different openings. Eventually, I reached state level, where I faced some of the best players and the competition was very intense. After a while, I realized so many things. Chess is not just about making moves on the board. It's about decision making, handling pressure, and making sacrifices. Does it ring a bell? Yes, that is leadership. Leadership is like chess, where you have to create your own strategies and implement them, where you have to make sacrifices for your team to win, and you should be able to handle the pressure. One such person who was good at both was none other than Magnus Carlsen. Today, there are many great grandmasters, but what made Magnus Carlsen so special? What did he have that unique characteristic in him that made him so special? I've watched a lot of Carlsen matches, and according to my observation, he's very unpredictable. If you look at other players, for example, they used to just memorize the basic openings and they used to play and prepare themselves. But Carlsen, on the other hand, used to play the non-conventional moves, and he used to catch the opponents by a big surprise. And this used to cause a lot of chaos and confusion to the opponents, and they would end up losing to Carlsen. And another quality which he had was handling pressure, and trust me, this I am myself experienced. So let me tell you about my experience. I remember this very well. I was in 8th grade. I was playing at district level, and it was the very first round. And so many matches used to happen simultaneously in a hall. And my match was the last to finish. Others had just completed all their matches, and we both were playing, and it was a very equal game. It could have gone either way. All the other players started surrounding our table. The competition was already so intense, and it made me even more nervous. And same happened to my opponent, and the pressure got to him. He started overthinking, and he ended up losing on time. So looking back at it now, I feel a few people surrounded our table, and the pressure got to me. Can you imagine the amount of pressure Carlsen would have faced when the whole world is watching him? Forget few people. Even if Carlsen ends up making one mistake, people are going to talk about it for days, because he has such high standards and expectations. But he was able to handle this pressure, and that is what made him so good. And one quality I learned from him is that you need to take risks. When I played so many tournaments, and if I feel that in a position where the game is going to end in a draw, I just take a draw and move on. But Carlsen, on the other hand, isn't like that. He always tries to win the game. He finds a way to convert a draw position into a winning position. So he had that risk-taking ability. So having said all of this, does this make Carlsen the greatest chess player of all time? See, this is a very subjective question. In my opinion, I don't think you can say he is the greatest player of all time. Maybe of our current generation, because I think chess has evolved a lot. What chess is today is not what chess was 40 or 50 years ago. Like today you have supercomputers where you can easily analyze games, you can learn a lot. Back then you didn't have that facility. So it is very unfair to compare people of different generations. But it is fair to say he is the best player of this generation. In the same way, leadership. The meaning of leadership has evolved a lot from time to time when you look at it. The meaning of leadership today is not something it was before. So it's at the end of the day, it's all about how you adapt and evolve to a particular given situation. Whether it comes to sports or any business or anything, it's about how you adapt to a situation and how you become the best at that. So ultimately, let me ask you one question. Do you want to be that person who's just happy to survive? Or do you want to be that person who is ready to take that risk and reach the next level? The person who takes that risk will always succeed. And the person who hesitates to take that risk will remain in a big what-if situation. So ultimately, it is the great leaders always have calculated risks to become successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sachin, for this wonderful speech. What if you were in a meeting and your senior puts you on the spot? You are expected to answer right that moment. Well, this next segment of the evening, which is the table topic session, prepares you for such situations. The table topic master of the day, as completed, is BBA from PS University. He is someone who enjoys playing and watching cricket. He is someone who has a great sense of humor and also is as cool as a cucumber. Please give it up for Toastmaster Gajendra, the table topic master.
So apparently I'm all your seniors today. So basically, for the guest benefit, let me just say how a table topic session works. So me, the table topic master, I give a topic and you come here and talk for 2 minutes. And this happens because it will improve your ability to speak on spot. So without wasting a single minute, let me just start on the topic. The first topic is, what's the best career advice ever got? What's the best career advice ever got? And this goes to Toastmaster Vijay Upendra.
Thank you, Table Topic Master. Good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome guests. In the year 1984, I joined TVS Group's automobile segment. My boss, after observing me, after a couple of months, he gave one input to me. I think down the lane you will not be in this company. I was taken aback for a moment. Why, sir, you are saying this to me? You have got a different aptitude altogether. You may be learning many things in automobile, but to my knowledge of 25 years in this field, I am sure that you will not stick more than 5 to 6 years. Exactly the thing happened. I joined on 84. 1990 I left automobile industry. Look at the leadership quality of my boss. What a wonderful person he is. He gave me input in such a way I could build my future career in various different lines altogether. From automobile to electrical engineering, from there to finance, from finance to estate planning today. That means the strong base that was put by my boss, even today I remember him. Unfortunately, 2 years back, he passed away. It's very unfortunate to lose a person who really put a strong foundation to me, to develop as a strong human being, whatever might be the situation in life, I am able to face that and come successful out of whatever the bad situation I faced in my life. This is my wonderful career input that I got in my initial stages. Thank you and back to you.
As you all know, I did BBA, but BBA wasn't the first thing I was interested in. I was interested in psychology. But apparently psychology is like not considered as a major apparently in India. That's why I chose BBA. So my next topic is your alternate path. Your alternate path, and this goes to Toastmaster Shivaprasad.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gajendra, for this topic. Trust me, if I had an alternate path, I wouldn't be walking this one single path and completing it successfully. They say that if you have many alternatives, many openings on the sides, the one thing that you're supposed to focus on doesn't really happen. But since he has asked me what alternatives I might have had, I can entertain a few. Thanks to Raja's speech last week, I did go back to my school days and think of what I wanted to have as an alternative back then. Maybe when I was in 5th standard, it was being a magician. When I was in 7th or 8th standard, it was to become an astrophysicist. I found that word stuck with me. Nobody else can say this word in my class. And my friend and I, just like Raja's friend and him, we would note down the distance between the sun and the earth and the moon, all these random figures in our notebook. Why we never thought about it, right? We are going to become an astrophysicist one day, so I'm starting my research right now on Google, and I would write down everything. And eventually, I finished my 10th standard, and reality struck. All my other friends went on to do engineering. I came into commerce, and fast forward, I am here today standing in front of you. Thankfully, having finished something that I've picked up, which has not really been my characteristic in the past as a kid growing up. So with that, over to the table topics.
Recently, I had gone to my cousin brother's engagement, and when you all meet your relatives, they keep asking you questions. So one relative asked me, "So Gajendra, you have a girlfriend?" And before I could answer, my mom was like, "You will ask." So my next topic is when your parents pull your leg. When your parents pull your leg, and this goes to Toastmaster Jia.
During the Toastmasters and yes, yeah, definitely my parents pull a lot. Like they are the biggest nuisance when they start teasing me. But the most important thing is when they are this much close to you, I can share anything with them. I can also share who's my boyfriend, what I'm doing with him, or if I had a breakup with him, everything I can share with them. Once this happened with me when I was small. My brother was my greatest enemy. So he got a surprise for me. I was shocked. Why did he bring surprise for me? How on this earth this happened? So he asked me to close my eyes. I closed my eyes, and he applied Jandu balm on my eyes. I was expecting something fishy gonna come, but not at this extent. I cried like hell. My parents, instead of supporting me, they are pulling my legs and supporting him. Why did you close your eyes? Okay, fine. They are not on my side, but yeah, that's how my parents are. They are very cool with me. So yeah, that's
I have two really close friends. I have many friends, but I have like two really close friends who are dating. And they always ask me for advice. Though my girlfriend did this today, what do I tell? And surprisingly, I know the answers, and I tell them it's false. So when they ask me, why don't you ever apply this to yourself? Yeah. And my reply to them is the next topic. That is, coaches don't play. And this goes to Toastmaster Saketh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As you know, coaches don't play. Yeah, coming to the advices when you give someone, especially when you're not so good at it or but you tend to give the best advice. For example, in dating, sometimes your friends are dating and they're in a shitty situation where you know what's going to happen next, but you just wait until it goes down the drain, and then you give them the advice saying, see, you could have done this, but you didn't. And then they tell, like, you know, why couldn't you tell this earlier? Because sometimes when your life is boring, you just watch others' life and have some fun out of it. Because nowadays TV shows are also kind of getting boring, and even movies, it's not that interesting to watch. So watching your friends go through the turmoil and the mess, it kind of invigorating the peace of mind for you. So in the end, coaches don't play, and I am definitely a coach. Thank you.
I had a very good joke written for this next topic, but apparently it's not, Toastmaster worthy. So I'll just jump to the topic. That is, factory is more important than the product. Factory is more important than the product, and this goes to Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. Factory is more important than the product.
Elrigu Namaskara. The subject given is factory is more important to the house. So what is required to run the house? Money. So where do you get money? If you go to the job only, you get the money. If you don't have the money, in the previous class I said even the dog will not come to you. And if not the dog, in the house you know very well what sort of things you will come across. So I always feel I work like a dog. I sacrificed everything in my life, and at the end what I got a satisfaction. I got a satisfaction in opening an industry, that too in a prestigious location, Electronic City. I have employed 250 people. I am paying their regular salaries, and PF and everything I am paying. I am very glad, I am satisfied, I am extremely happy, delighted to see my factory running well. Now the question is hunting after me, how the factory runs. Arey Baba, I tell my people, those people who joined your industry, they never came your blessings. They have come, they have born, and they will live and die. Why are you worried? But I need to make a safe passage for them to continuity of the industry is very required. I need to hand over this industry to the right people. That is more important, which I am struggling on, which I am thinking, which I am doing brainstorming. What if I give this unit to those people, which we have built in 50 years by putting all our efforts, resources, time, energy, everything we have put there and built a beautiful industry there in Red City, which I want to show you all of you. Those who want to come, please give a ring, see that, and determine yourself. You have to do something, not coming to the Toastmaster and hearing and going. It will not, yes, you have to hear and learn, but that is most important. Practical ground realities are more important. What we learn, how to make, say money is required, you have to make money. Yeah. Without money it is this thing. So, the work, ಕಾಯಕದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರತರಾದರೆ ಗುರುದರ್ಶನವಾದರೂ ಮರೆಯಬೇಕು, ಲಿಂಗ ಪೂಜೆಯಾದರೂ ಮರೆಯಬೇಕು, ಕಾಯಕವೇ ಕೈಲಾಸ. That means work is worship. Thank you very much.
I did my 10th, from 5th to 10th in Kendriya Vidyalaya. I know Kendriya Vidyalaya is a government school. So you get all kind of students over there. And there were few people who were from, they were from like a rowdy background, if I may say. And I can't, okay fine. But but rowdies, they have like really good names and funny names. For example, Silent Sunil, Cycle Ravi, and the worst one was Gorde Vijay. It's actually a name, not a name. So my next topic is a funny nickname you have or have given. A funny nickname you have or given, and this goes to Toastmaster Vaibhav.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So the topic I've been assigned is
A funny nickname you have or you've been given.
a funny nickname that you have or you have been given. I guess you guys, most of the people over here, actually the younger generations will be familiar of Benton, right? So in Benton there's this cool guy. It's not Ben himself, but who dates Ben's cousin. His name is Kevin. So in college, I gave myself this name Kevin because I wanted to feel cool, and I started to not just give myself his name, but actually started to behave like him everywhere, wherever I go. I also use an alternative. I made two separate characters. So one is Vaibhav and one is Chetan. So I presently do use two emails. So I created this whole alternative character called Kevin and Vaibhav. So Vaibhav is the day job guy, regular stuff, you know, and Kevin is the alternate personality who, yeah, who's the cooler guy? Then Vaibhav is there. So yeah, this is my story regarding nicknames. So I like nicknames. Yeah, with that, back to everybody.
How many of you have never won one of these riddles? Like anyone? Everyone have won it, okay? Okay, then except the new members. Fine. Okay, doesn't matter. You have it today your chance. And the next topic is something you really want to achieve this year. Something you really want to achieve this year, and this goes to Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. One thing I badly want to achieve is start exercising regularly, meet my friends more oftenly, and continue with my studies, which I have taken a break right now. So these are things what I'm really looking forward, but my commitments of my professional commitments are not allowing me to do that. So these things I'm really thinking. And the other thing that what I'm thinking is, since I'm not going to reverse my age, I'm going to grow more older and I'm going to go more near to the death. So I'm thinking I want to party more harder, what I used to do before, so that tomorrow when I go back to God and God asks me, Latha, what did you do down? So I need to tell him what interesting things he tells. Or when I go up and tell him I did so and so and these things I couldn't do, he's thinking then you better go down and again relive your life and come back, which I wouldn't like to do. So whatever time I have, I would like to complete all my goals, wishes, and once when I finish this life, I need to go as a happy, contented person up. And I think everyone in this room also would have the same wish. And I wish everyone all the best so that all of you can finish all your goals. Thank you. Thank you.
Can anyone guess what my new fear is? Giving an evaluation. Giving an evaluation. Yeah. So my next topic is your worst fear, and that goes to Toastmaster everyone. BTM everyone.
Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. What is my biggest fear? It's a very mind-boggling question because honestly, I'm not afraid now. There is the only thing which is anybody of my age will be afraid of is what's going to be my thing is going to be happening in the next birth of mine. because I remember because one person was dying and he said he had made a lot of money. He wanted to take the money up there wherever he went. So he told his wife, "You keep this money and when I will go, I will take this money because I want to enjoy money." She said, okay. Then she passed away. She said, but they said that they put the trunk of the money and all that on the loft. His son had put it there. So after 10 days also, after 1 month, the money is intact there. His wife asked him, he has not taken. Mother told, see, I told you again and again, don't put it in the loft, you put it in the cellar. So ultimately, it all depends what you do, what your fears are, it's all in your mind. Something, what is that? What if is the question. So what if is always the question, what if happens, what if your future something happens, something, these are all the fears. So ultimately the solution for this is two fears. As far as the younger generation like you are concerned, I believe the solution is replacing that what if with the as if. As if is the solution, because you please, as you behave, act as if you are successful, as if you are not afraid, as if you are done something. As our Sergeant at Arms has elaborated, that is one thing. And there is a one thing which I learned. There is a don't. And second lesson, what I would say is live for the present. Every moment of your life as though this is going to be the last day. Enjoy yourself to the fullest. So you don't have to be afraid of anything, because ultimately what's going to happen, whether you're going down under or going up, it's your back.
Every single time I come up here, for at least 1 good 5 or 6 seconds, I feel very nervous. But I don't show it. And this I got to know by Toastmasters Sai Snehal, who pointed it out. So my next topic is, what is that one skill you're proud of? What is that one skill you're proud of? And this goes to Toastmaster Samarth.
Hello everyone, I'm Samarth. My table topic is
one skill you're proud of.
The one talent I have is I'm a good sports person, and I'm grateful for that. It's my first day actually. Don't judge me. In my school days, I'm basically a sports person. In my school days, I'm in a team of, I was playing volleyball in the state level. The points was little, I'm not reading the words. Sorry.
A person is, I think, 20% of the day is alone most of the time. People do most weird things when they're alone. So what is the most weird thing you do when you're alone? What is the most weird thing you do when you're alone? And this goes to Toastmaster Kushal.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I don't know if a lot of people, watch videos on YouTube and feel like YouTube is outdated. But I'm more into biking. So whenever I'm alone, I watch a lot of bike touring videos, and I've learned a lot from it. Basically, how to ride a bike and how to handle a bike in different situations, maybe in guards, in a different terrain. And this built confidence in me to that level where all my friends were, very confident to lend their bikes to me at any point of time in my college days. So this skill from YouTube has helped me, confidently ride vehicles in such Bangalore traffic and reach home safe. Yeah, thanks to YouTube. Thank you.
I had a joke prepared for this. I'll just give the highlights. A girl whose leg is broken, she can't apply brakes on the scooter. That's all I can tell. Okay? So my next topic is the biggest risk you've taken in your life. The biggest risk you've taken in your life. And this goes to Toastmaster Raj.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The biggest risk that I have taken in life. I believe that every year I'm taking some risk. 2 years back, I decided to do Toastmasters. And I believe in today's world, everybody should take risk. The real risk is not taking a risk. Because if you're not taking a risk, then that becomes the real risk. Because in today's world, if you see, it is constantly evolving, it is changing a lot. Now with the advent of AI, whatever we learned before, it is not the same. Because there are new things which is coming. And for example, let's get into the AI, right? It's kind of evolutionized the entire industries, the different industries. So whatever we have learned, it is getting outdated. So you need to put yourself at risk or take risks, not confine your knowledge to a certain thing or a certain industry. You need to think outside the box, right? And do things which may not be conventionally appropriate, right? Maybe you are into a certain industry, right? For example, I'm into architecture and construction industry, but I still explore other things as well. Because if you, and similar to this theme today, right? What if? Nowadays I'm seeing a shift where it is going from information, knowing information, to more out of the box thinking or creativity. And we need to ask a lot of questions, because when growing up, it is always said that you don't ask questions, you just follow whatever is given to you. But it is not the case. Now it is giving, AI is giving everything. You should be able to ask deeper and deeper questions. When you're asking deeper and deeper questions, you are able to, you're enhancing your knowledge. So what I would say is risk. I've been taking risks all my life, and I suggest all of you also keep taking risks, because that is the only way that you can thrive in today's world. With that, back to you.
I let my intrusive thought win with that last joke I just said, and I know I'm going to fall in trouble for that. So my next topic is, how do you fall in trouble and how do you get out of it? And this goes to Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Table Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. 7 years ago, I went on a ride with my friend and we had only one bike. He was not a great rider, but I took that trust of going behind him, and I was not even wearing a helmet. He had a brand new bike, he had a brand new helmet, and he had all the gear, and I was just sitting there wearing just my clothes on, no helmet, no jacket, nothing. I was not even wearing my shoes, I was wearing the slippers. That evening, we went to Kanakpura, we headed down there. I knew I was taking a very big risk by going with him. I thought I should have taken at least my scooter and gone. But no, I just sat behind him and we went to one of these inside roads where it was deserted. After a while, it started getting curvy. There were a lot of curves around the road and he was trying to corner the bike as much as he could. And while returning back, I asked if I could ride. He said, no bro, this is my new bike. I need to give it for first service. I will give you after that. Okay, cool. Why to deny him from riding his own bike? So I just sat behind him, and in one of the corner, he was looking at a pole, electric pole, and the road was turning towards the right. It was too late for him to turn the corner, and I was still hoping he would take that turn. He did not. He went straight to the pole, he hit it, the bike headlight flew to the right, he was in the left, and I was somewhere there. I actually slid through the entire thing and I went there. After a while, he came back looking for me because I was unconscious for 10 seconds there, and I was looking at myself, and I was lying down looking at the sky, and he came over to me and he said, "You don't know how to fall or what?" So that day I realized what a big risk I had taken, but how I got out of it was that I never sat behind him ever again. Never ever. I've always told him, listen, if you want to take the two-wheeler, I'm riding, or we take two-wheelers, or we go in the car. But there is no way ever that I'm going to sit behind you. This is one mistake that we always do. When one thing that teaches us something, we tend to do it again and again. But when you learn something for the first time, it's better to skip it and move on to the next. Thank you.
In 2015, my mom wanted to she wanted to start a business in Mysore. So we went there, to do some R&D. And while doing some R&D, we stopped at this pizza place, which had like amazing pizza. And that hit me in 2022 that there was a place in Mysore which gives really good pizza. So me and my friends spontaneously, we went to Mysore to have the pizza, but it was terrible. So the next topic is the most spontaneous thing you've done that has led to disappointment. And this goes to Toastmaster Madhusudan.
I think I have to say co-host
already started speaking, so the clock is running out. The most spontaneous thing that I've done which has disappointed me. So, first off, I'm not a very spontaneous person, so I think and I overthink a lot. So, spontaneity doesn't come that easily, and even when it does, I again plan things out. So, I would say that spontaneity hasn't disappointed me. I think spontaneity has more or less given me certain highs. I've had many stories of where I've acted spontaneously and I've had great times, fun adventures. So if you said Mysore, so I'll probably say Mysore. So one morning I just woke up and I was feeling a bit down and I didn't want to do my job or anything, so I called in sick. And I didn't even tell anyone at home. I just went to Majestic train station, caught a train, went to Mysore. That was a good day where went, traveled, walked a lot, and the little introverted me could never imagine that he could do all these spontaneous acts. So it was a fun day, and I think spontaneity, I don't do it as much, but I'd like to. It's probably like once in a year or something. Yeah, thanks.
A few years ago, I was very sad. That time therapy was running a lot. It was trending. So I asked my mom, I need therapy. And my mom being worried, she's like, why? I told her, I can't help you. So she told my sister about it. Then my sister came and told me, why do you need therapy? I'm like, I don't want to tell you. And then she's like, no, I'm sad because of it. So I had to apologize to her because I was sad. Now imagine that. Okay, so my next topic is what runs in a woman's mind. And this goes to Toastmaster Jyothi.
Thank you, Table Master. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The topic is what runs in a woman's mind. Well, when I was doing my diploma in counseling skills, and we had a session, like we had to do say some 72 hours of volunteering as counselors. So one thing I took up was going to the hospital, Kidwai palliative care unit and women's emergency ward. I actually didn't know what to do. All that I had learned during my counseling was to listen, to be silent and listen. So that's all I did. I would want to tell one thing which, one of my experience was when a girl, I think her mother was in the palliative care, and I just spoke to her. I just said hello, and then she led me to a place to sit, and we sat down there. So we had to volunteer for 2 hours in a day. So we sat there, and I waited for her to talk. There was nothing running in my head. So I was not thinking anything, and we sat, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she was silent, and I was silent. And for quite a long time we were silent. I was thinking, like, what am I doing? Like, am I doing the right thing by being silent and not asking her questions? Because she no way seemed to be in a mood to answer anything. And after a while I thought maybe I should get up, the session is over, I'm not doing anything good. So I just was about to get up when she feather-light touch on my lap saying, sit down. All that I understood was she needed a company for her to be with her. And we sat there for more than an hour talking nothing. And I think in a woman's mind at such a time, it is only that to give the presence and the support one requires. That's all it is about. Thank you, and back to you.
It doesn't matter how many electric cars is released in the entire world, but one thing that you should know about me is I will never buy an electric car. I'm completely against it. I want to drive a petrol or diesel car which pollute the world. So my next topic is one thing you'd never do. One thing you'd never do, and this goes to Toastmaster Sudeep.
one thing I never do. Okay. I never stay in a party for more than 3 hours because frankly I get exhausted and I need to head back home and just watch TV or be alone. It's just something that I've learned over the years. In college, it was a very open scene where people were just partying and you had a lot of interactions with people. And I used to enjoy that up till a point, but I think slowly over the years I've learned that it doesn't work for me beyond a while, beyond a point. And so that's something that I have picked up on, and that's kind of a rule that after a point when I start feeling exhausted, that's kind of my cue to maybe just excuse myself and exit. Thank you.
I never really liked formal shoes. Sports shoes. I always wear formal shoes everywhere I used to go. But recently, I just bought a really good pair of formal shoes and it is extremely comfortable. And now I get the point why people wear sports shoes. Did I say formal shoes that time? Okay, sports shoes. Okay, so, the topic is very flat, but I wanted to give a deeper meaning to it. So, what is that one thing that has made your life more comfortable? And this goes to Toastmaster Chetan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. I've had back pain for the last 8 years of my life, since the day I started working. I've tried all kinds of things to get rid of this pain. So first I thought it was a vitamin D problem, so I started popping the vitamin D pills. Then someone told me, hey, you should check out your mattress, that's probably the issue. So I threw my mattress and I tried out 20 different mattresses on this road, and after sleeping on all of them for at least 15 minutes each, I found one Spine Care Pro that is really good. After that, the back pain came again. And then some dude said, bro, why are you sitting? You shouldn't be sitting, you should be working while standing. So I shifted from sitting to a standing desk. That didn't work either, the back pain came again. So then I started gymming. So like someone said, you need to strengthen your back muscles, that's the secret. So then came the back strengthening. So I started doing those, I don't know what you call that exercise. No, rows. So like 20 kgs in each hand, I was doing those rows and stuff like that. So back got strengthened a little bit and the pain came again. And this time I realized I was doing one thing wrong. I was sitting incorrectly. So I was like, I will remove the backrest from my chair and I will be forced to sit correctly. And then every time my back goes crazy, I'm forced to get up and walk around so that I never go back and slouch like that and put pressure on the lower part of my back. So that's my most recent change that has revolutionized my life itself. Removing the backrest from my office chair has changed the way I sit. So I'm forced to sit with an erect and superb posture. Thank you.
How many of you have ever seen the show Friends? Okay, quite a few people. In Friends, there's a character called Fun Bobby. Yeah, and Fun Bobby is an alcoholic. And if you remove alcohol from his life, he's just Bobby. Okay, so my next topic is what makes you you? And this goes to Toastmaster Shreya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I think the one thing that actually makes me me is probably my height. It's honestly a speaking point for a lot of people. As soon as they meet me, they're like, wow, you're so short. Yeah, I'm 5 feet tall, what to do? So what happened once in college, or what happened a lot of times in college is that people comment on my height, but they like to make jokes about my height. Which I don't mind because they make good jokes, honestly. So once, what happened in college was, this guy in my friend group called Manas, and he is taller than me. He's probably like 5'8" or something. So he had a nice idea to use my head as the gear shift of a car. So he started moving my head as if it was the gear shift of a car. And then he started pushing me around college as if he was actually driving a car using and like changing gears. And as he was changing gears, I was also changing my speed. So other than that, I don't like what makes a person, like nothing. Very vague question in a sense, because something that makes me also can make you. There's nothing that's truly unique about a person if you really think about it, because everyone's always done something that's kind of already been done before. So yeah, even though people have been 5 feet before, I don't know if people's heads have been used as gear shift before. So maybe that's what makes me unique. Thank you.
If you ever see me during the day and I'm wearing a shirt, it means I had a busy day. And if I'm wearing a t-shirt, it means I'm just chilling. So my next topic is your fashion sense. And this goes to Toastmasters Sindhushree.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster and Gajendra, for the topic. I never thought, someday I will be talking about fashion sense, because I am that one person who will look homeless anywhere. You tell me, Sindhu, how do you go to a mall? I'll just get up from the bed, go to the mall if I want to shop. You tell me, Sindhu, I want to have some really good comforting restaurant food. How do you go? I just go. I just wear my track pant, whether it's comfortable or t-shirt. It is so difficult to get me to dress up. And my mom had difficulty over the years. My grandmother had extreme difficulty. It started with, start combing your hair, don't keep your hair curly, wear a bindi on your forehead, wear a anklet, wear bracelets, wear chain to your neck, put kajal, there's so many things that a girl has to do. It's so simple for men. What do you guys do actually? Maximum buy 2 shirts in a month, repeat that every single time, or probably have same color pair of black trousers and blue trousers, and it takes just 5 minutes for my dad to dress up and a whole 5 hours for my mom to dress up. And it matters because it starts with the basic of foundation and it goes till the blush. It starts with matching your slippers and your hairband and matching everything in color combination or in contrast combination. How do you wake up and decide today I'm going to do color combination or today I'm going to do contrast? How do you decide today I will be like looking a very chic, fashionable chick, or I'll go completely traditional today? Or how do you decide you want your hair curly or you want your hair straight? So many options. Even if you want to order food from Zomato, you see the number of options and get lost. Imagine the number of options girls have and how many times they get lost. So my fashion is any given day, my comfortable choice is just to be homeless. It's me. I love it. And something that my mom and grandmothers are dead against it. But on days when I feel like dressing up because it gives me confidence or it gives me a little bit of nice happiness, you look pretty in front of the mirror because that's how girls feel, then those days I pick something nice or I pick something pink. So that's it and thank you.
Well, I think this was one of the longest debate topic sessions ever conducted in this club. And I hope you all had an invigorating time today in this session. And that's it. Back to the Toastmaster.
Yes, Toastmaster Gajendra, that was indeed invigorating table topic session. Thank you. What if the snacks that the Sachin has bought is so damn delicious? What if the snacks are so delicious that it's over within seconds? What if, well, let me just stop speaking. It's time for a 10-minute networking break. See you in the back. Welcome back, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Hope everybody had a good networking, enjoyed the snacks and a good networking session. What if Mekong Communication Club never existed? Our lives wouldn't have been the same. We wouldn't have been the speaker we are, the kind of a speaker we are today. Thankfully, the general evaluator of the day helped charter our club and is also one of our founding members. He has been a constant guiding light to each of us in this club. He is a graduate of electrical engineering. He is a retired joint general manager of Mecon Limited. With a huge round of applause, please welcome distinguished Toastmaster A.K. Prabhakara.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. The meeting was supposed to start at 6:15. Today it started at 6:26, way beyond normal situation. When asked why they delayed, the president said that MC is supposed to arrive at, or because she are not yet arrived. Similarly, evaluator. Then I made a point in the business session that we should start irrespective of who is present, who is not present, because system should run. In case somebody is genuinely held up and not able to contact, one day it happened that we started the meeting at 6:40, and that person was finally held up only, could not reach because of some other reason. So irrespective of the person required in his or her role, we should start on time. And in case they come in, it's a bonus. That's how we'll just hand over the way we handed over from the evaluation, handed over to Raja, Toastmaster Raja, back to Sakshi. So we should run more. The whole meeting should be system driven rather than individual presence or absence. That's the first observation I would like to make on this. And second thing that I made a point more as a member regarding that system aspect of it. Some of the points that are made during the business session are not being recorded in the minutes of the meeting, but that has to be ensured, it has to be done. That correction has to be applied, because it's a system improvement or system changes that should not have been happening. If it is happening, then that has to be put back on right. And this is the thing, every member should own up the system, I would say. So it is not that I point out all the time, somebody else any member can point out the way it should be run. Nothing wrong with that. It should be taken in good spirit so that the club is going to serve the members. So this is one of the important point I thought I should make. Then the theme, what if, was brilliantly held today. It was a kind of gave different perspective with just two words, what if. It was really run very well, starting from Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Madhu, who gave different scenarios. Then, of course, the president, she did a marvelous job on that topic. She talked about what if gravity is not there. So she took from one level to another level altogether, another scenario altogether, from science side to the rest of the things I don't want to repeat. But the theme itself was very, very well run through by Sergeant at Arms and President as well. And for that, the best way to compliment the Toastmaster knows only one way, a resounding round of applause. One other thing that I noticed is some tradition has suddenly dropped out of the situation, that is usage of this gavel. When the president finishes her speech, it should be handed over to the MC in left hand. She receives it, then right hand she shakes, and then she takes over. Towards the end, MC takes the gavel in the left hand, passes it on to the president. President receives it in right hand, and that's how the handing over, taking over takes place. And this is the gavel is a power. It's a power handed over to the acting president or president. So let's keep up that process. Let us not remove anything that is kept as a tradition. Suppose cricket is played without uniform, let us say without shoes, no umpire. It doesn't fit properly. You don't want to watch such a shabbily handled things. So things work only when it is kept in place in orderly way and run in a particular fashion. So to keep up that kind of system going, I just wanted to point out. So that let's keep the tradition going. the only one speech was there, and that was that's going to be evaluated by Toastmasters Sakshi. I would like to ask you one question. Have you received the evaluation form? Have you received the guidelines specification of the speech? And have you read it? Then you are fit to evaluate. Please come.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Sachin in particular. The purpose of this speech was to present a speech in a well-structured manner. Well-structured manner means having an opening, having a body, and having a conclusion. And I think today, Toastmaster Sachin, you have done a great job in completing this project. As per this speech, you were confident. When you came here, you were confident. Once you start speaking, I could see your nervousness when you started. But once you started speaking, you went comfortable with the stage. You engaged everyone in your speech. The way you related, the transition which you did, comparing leadership with chess, then with Magnus Carlsen, then handling pressure and taking risks, and comparing again with chess and Magnus Carlsen, it was engaging. It made all of us engage in the speech. To work on, you can work little on the content like opening. You can give a hook to the speech, like you can make everyone engaged by asking a question, how calculated risk can achieve, or you can work on conclusion also. Like your topic was calculated risk where strategy meets success. So I felt a little conclusion could be more powerful on this speech. To challenge yourself, you can work on body language and voice modulation. That's my evaluation for this speech. Looking forward for more such speeches from you. Thank you.
Please, the ballot has been released. Please vote. I'll give 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Let's move forward. The evaluator, Toastmaster Saketh appointed things that maybe Toastmaster Madhusudan should make a note of. And Sachin. What was pointed out is perfectly okay, no problem. But it was his second speech. We always encourage the person that the primary consideration is that he is here, he is responding and has tremendous kind of preparation that he has made. I know to remember a longer version of the speech, it's not easy, that to doing it for the first time. And what he has taken as a topic was in content terms, it's just marvelous. It's not easy to talk kind of topic that he had, not just the personal experience, taking up the one that is a known person in the world of chess and relating the two to the leadership. It's something that is extraordinary, I would say. So it's the value of the content that I consider is more important. But what you pointed at is right. Let's give both the speaker and the evaluator a good round of applause. Then we moved on to very invigorating table topic session, the longest ever in Toastmasters Mechan Communication Club's history, because there was sufficient time and he ensured everybody got an opportunity to speak. It was a remarkable job. More than that, I liked his preparation on the side. When somebody else was speaking, he was looking at this, rehearsing what perhaps should be the one that he should be talking, leading to their topic, and that kept the audience involved, kind of. But it also took away some time in the process. So maybe the duration was 40 minutes of Toastmasters. Maybe we could have cut 10 minutes. I feel like it's a guesswork that I am doing. So you can really give a topic saying that instead of giving the position on a dilemma, you can say straight away, best career advice is your topic. And sometimes the members ask for your topic once again because it got lost in the process of you introducing the topic itself. So you should be alert on that. So isolate the introduction, then repeat the topic. Once it is posed, when the person comes here, repeat the topic. So thereby ensuring that there is a method and that you just be alert towards it. But he did a remarkably good job, invigorated, held the audience together. Maybe they were involved in listening to what humor he brings into the topic more than what they would talk. So he is very, what you call, a very likable kind of person, and right behind, he automatically endears himself to the audience. Let's give him a round of applause. Now we come to the our TAPG team evaluation, starting with timer, Toastmasters Sudeep. Sudeep, please.
I will be presenting the report for the timer. The business session went on for 2 minutes 30 seconds. Welcome by Sergeant of Arms went on for 2 minutes. President's address, including the introduction of Toastmaster of the evening, was for 5 minutes 40 seconds. Report on previous meeting was 3 minutes 35 seconds. The audit time was 2 minutes. Master of Ceremonies took 28 minutes 40 seconds. Time allotted was 20 minutes. For the speakers, Toastmaster Sachin took 6 minutes 5 seconds, and the evaluation by Sakshi took 2 minutes 8 seconds. The table topic took 42 minutes in total, which is much longer than the time allotted of 20 minutes, but it was okay because we only had one speaker today. The individual timings for the table topic speakers are on the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudeep, for managing the timing aspect of it. You should have mentioned that we started late. You have to talk with respect to something. Next time you can improve upon it with respect to the agenda, what time was allotted and what was taken. But making my own observation, a lot of people, Toastmasters have spoken more than 1 minute, and some of them have crossed 2 minutes. That means they were able to hold the lectern for that duration, and that speaks very well of the table topic master. And one observation for the speaker, the project speaker, maybe you could have taken a little more time, spent time here. You are given time to play here. Let's in cricket, you are told to go and bat, not get out. So time allotted is yours, 7 minutes 30 seconds is yours. You could have used it more. It doesn't matter, but there is always place and time to learn. This is just a pointing it out in that particular direction. Now we move on to the R counter, Toastmaster Shreya.
Good evening for the Toastmasters and dear guests. Today's counter report is quite literally the opposite of the first time when I made an counter report, because most of the people's thing is flawless. So we started with Sergeant Toastmaster Madhusudan was flawless. President Toastmaster Pavani had 1 hour. Then our MC Toastmaster Apoorva had 4 hours. Timer Toastmaster Sudeep was flawless. Our counter, me, I didn't count to be honest. Grammarian Toastmaster Jyothi, flawless. TP Evaluator Toastmaster Chetan, flawless. Speaker 1 Sachin, Toastmaster Sachin, he had repeated words and so. Then the evaluator Toastmaster Sakshi had 3 R's. Our table topic master Toastmaster Gajendra was flawless. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Vijay Upendra flawless. Toastmaster Shiva had 1 R. Toastmaster Jia had 1 R. Toastmaster Saketh had 2 R's. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa was flawless. Toastmaster Vaibhav had 5 R's. Toastmaster Latha had repeated word and. DTM MU but was flawless. Toastmaster Samarth had 2 R's. Toastmaster Kushal had 1 R. DTM AK Prabhakara till now was flawless. And then the other table topic speakers, have gone outside of the box that they are supposed to because there are so many. Toastmaster Raja 1 R. Toastmaster Sai Snehal flawless. Toastmaster Madhu in his table topics 1 R repeated with so. Toastmaster Jyothi 2 R's. Toastmaster Sudeep flawless. Toastmaster Chetan, me and Toastmaster Sindhu are flawless. And yeah, that finishes the report for today. Good job everyone on not saying R that many times. And back to our.
Thank you for that R-less evaluation. Let's give her a good round of applause. The parliamentary procedure evaluator, Toastmaster Chetan, please.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. In my observation, today was a very clean session. We had no talk of sex, politics and religion, although we were treading on the edge. Nobody entered or exited except during an applause, and there was almost no cross-talk at all today. Thank you.
That was cut and dry kind of evaluation. Let's give him a round of applause for it didn't take much time at all. No flowering talk. Then we have Grammarian. Please, let's welcome Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. Today's meeting was quite engaging, and so I was the not so good usages that I have jotted down as most towards, because Toastmasters offers us a platform to enhance our formal and professional skills, and in such a situation, these words, I personally think this is not a good usage. Shitty situation, dude, bro, damn. But otherwise, the good usages are many. Subjective questions, unfair to compare different generation, adapt and evolve, take risk to next level, calculated risk, as cool as a cucumber, turmoil and mess, peace of mind, coaches don't play, continuity of industry, brainstorming, ground realities, relive life, live for the present, constantly evolving, explore other things, enhancing knowledge, taking risk helps to thrive, road was deserted, strengthen the back muscle, slouch, contrast or color combination, guiding light, system driven and not individual driven, members own the system, club serves the member. Thank you, and back to the general evaluation.
Excellent observations on good usages. Let's give her a good round of applause. You didn't make 1 point. How many times the word of the week was used?
I have another.
You cannot say sorry, you can just say the numbers.
Apoorva used it, Gajendra, Saketh, DTM, AK Prabhakara. If I missed someone, I'm not sure about it. Thank you.
The theme, what if was brilliantly dealt by, as I've already told, Master Ceremonies Toastmaster Apoorva. She comes up with new themes, and she kind of makes the feel that, gives the feel that she wants that kind of themes, and she speaks eloquently on that. And that makes the meeting all the more interesting. And for that kind of effort that she puts, let's give her a resounding round of applause. I've covered, I think, everyone who did the job, and they did a thorough job of whatever was allotted to them. And you can please vote for the best performers. Already the ballots are out. And let's say, with this, I would like to hand over the control back to the acting president. It's one of the finest meetings that I have attended in a long time, because it started late, but everything fell in place as we moved along. With that remark, let me hand over the control back to Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Apoorva.
Thank you, DTM AK Prabhakara, for that enriching feedback that I'm sure added value to each one of us here in the room. What if this meeting never ended? What if your MC of the day never stopped speaking? Well, let me tell you something. All good things come to an end. And therefore, I hand over the charge to the acting president, Toastmasters Sindhushree.
If anybody has missed voting for the ballots, please take another 2 or 5 seconds to. So I think everybody enjoyed today's meeting because every one of you got a topic to speak, and kudos to all our role takers here who made such a great, invigorating, meeting for all of us. And I hope all of you keep attending to much and more sessions and keep picking up more roles and keep learning and never stop learning. So just to go forward to the results, not to make you wait, because today is one of those days where we end meeting on time or early. So first, the best TAPG. I would like to welcome our debut role taker, Toastmaster Sudeep, to. That is the best MTG. It goes to, no guesses there. It's not like a very hard guess. The best MTG for the day is our table topic master, Toastmaster Sachin. Now this is a very difficult one. A best table topic speaker for the day, and it goes to Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Undoubtedly, without any guesses, our best speaker for the day, please welcome Toastmaster Sachin. And our best evaluator, Please welcome Toastmaster Sakshi. Thank you so much. So I hope everybody had very good times, and I hope if anybody wants to continue networking, please move downstairs so that you can talk to each other, get to know each other, especially our guests. And with that, I would like to close our meeting number 1307.